Part 2, Script. The 3-year silence. As Governor John White's ship disappeared beyond the horizon, the people of Roanoke believed their wait would be short. White had promised to return with food, tools, and reinforcements as quickly as possible. Most expected to see his sails again before the seasons had changed, but history had other plans. After reaching England, White immediately began gathering supplies for the desperate colony. He knew every passing day mattered. The settlers had limited food, uncertain relations with nearby tribes, and no reliable way to survive for long without help. Then, something happened thousands of miles away that no one on Roanoke could have predicted. England was preparing for war. King Philip II of Spain was assembling what would become one of the largest naval forces the world had ever seen, the Spanish Armada. Fearing invasion, Queen Elizabeth I ordered nearly every seaworthy English ship to remain available for the nation's defense. John White's rescue mission suddenly became a low priority. He pleaded for permission to sail. He searched for ships willing to risk the Atlantic. He waited, hoping the restrictions would be lifted. But weeks turned into months, and months slowly became years. Meanwhile, on Roanoke Island, no one knew why help wasn't coming. Imagine standing on the shoreline every morning, scanning the horizon for a ship that never appeared. Every passing season would have brought new hope, followed by crushing disappointment. As England fought for its survival in Europe, the colony was left completely isolated in the New World. In 1588, the English Navy achieved a remarkable victory, scattering the Spanish Armada in battles and violent storms. England celebrated. The threat of invasion had passed. For John White, it seemed like the perfect moment to finally return. But even after the war, finding a suitable ship proved painfully difficult. Merchants prioritized profitable trade. Captains feared dangerous Atlantic crossings. Financial support had almost disappeared. Another year slipped away. By the time White finally secured passage in 1590, nearly 3 years had passed since he had said goodbye to his family. As his ship crossed the Atlantic once again, White must have imagined every possible outcome. Perhaps the settlers had survived against the odds. Perhaps they had expanded the colony. Perhaps his granddaughter, Virginia Dare, the first English child born in North America, was now learning to walk among newly built homes. Those hopes kept him going. After weeks at sea, the familiar coastline of Roanoke finally emerged through the morning mist. The crew dropped anchor. White hurried ashore, expecting joyful reunions. Instead, silence. No voices echoed through the settlement. No children ran toward the beach. No smoke rose from cooking fires. The village stood eerily empty. The houses were still there, but something felt deeply wrong. There were no signs of panic, no evidence of battle, no bodies, no graves. It was as if 117 people had simply vanished. Then White noticed something carved into a wooden post. One word, Croatan. It was the only clear message the missing colonists had left behind. But was it a destination? A warning? Or the final clue in a mystery that would outlive everyone who searched for them? The answer was waiting somewhere beyond the trees, and what investigators would discover next would only make the mystery even stranger.